What it do? What it do? Hey, boss here. And I hope y'all doing superb.
Oh my God!
Welcome to the Into the Deep End podcast. I'm your host, Hey Boss. And do we have it? Shots fired. Danica Marie is putting it on y'all's neck, ladies. She said, I tried to warn women. Black men are getting money and leaving. Come on now. What's she talking about? Let me give you a little tidbit, a little bit of the story. So I remember the 80s. Okay? I remember the 80s. I was at 85. I was 10. Okay, Return of the Jedi came out, and it was something that my family did because I come from a two-parent household. But I remember this vividly because when white people looked at you differently than they do now. And I don't mean to make this a race thing. I'm just trying to give you an understanding of what it used to be back in the 80s. We're talking damn near almost 40 years ago. I'm gonna be 50 this year. So as I sit here and think, I would never see the day when we are on the internet, people are talking as reckless as they are talking. Like, women are telling on themselves. Women are honestly just telling on themselves. I mean, men are not telling on themselves like clearly as much. Like, I don't see it. I know women are telling on men, but women are telling on themselves. Sprinkle, and all that good jazz. That could have should have stayed behind closed doors. But women are so desperate to get attention and content stuff. They call women like Miss Danica here, or Mrs. Danica Marie. She's a pick-me. And Sean C, from TSG Uncut, he had a video, not this last one, but the one before, live stream, where he talked about this woman. I made a video on it. You can check it out here. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We're trying to come up. We're at 71. The goal is to get to 1,000. If you can hit the like button, I appreciate it. If you can't, hit the subscribe, and we're gonna keep this constant and current. We're gonna at least try to do once a week, and then we have some shorts coming. I mess with MTR, and I'm part of the MTR Army over at school, so you can check him out there. Yes, I think 3,000. I'm an officer over there, and he's getting ready to have a Q&A. So definitely, I'll put that information all up in here. It's for men centric, but I'm not a red pillar. I want to get that clear. I'm kind of like the in between. I'm not a simp. I'm not soft. I understand what women are doing. I've been used and abused because I used to be simpish or had simpish ways. But now I'm kind of like where Danica is talking about here. Like, getting money is my focus, but then looking outward. You know what I mean? Ooh, right about the Bible study. But anyway, let's just go in and figure out what she has to say. But I just really want you guys to understand that it's not about a lot of these guys that I noticed that are on here didn't come from a two-parent household. So they're giving you advice based on their scarcity and lack of having, let's say, their actual father in the picture. And I don't hear too many of those type of men out there. So it's kind of different when my dad was a single mom. but raised by a single mom. And he said, before he passed away, I found out I had a brother. Never met him, but he held on to that for years until right before he passed away, and which made me realize he stayed because of me. He endured the stuff that he went through with my mom, which my mom was trying to leave him and try to do all kinds of stuff. But I was old enough to where the courts after 12, my mom would ask me all the time, "Who would you live with?" And I said, "Dad," all the time, because a man wants to be around his father. A boy wants to be around their dad. It's just that's who you, even if you don't like him, but even if you have odds sometimes, and that's how I remember growing up, and that's the reason why I say in the 80s and the 90s were totally different. I was a grown adult in 94. I was 18, and before 2000 I was already in my 20s, almost 25. Yeah, I would have been 25. So in 2000, and so I didn't have my first child until I was 28. Well, that's just another. But to go on in with the situation, never being married at the age of 50, I milled around and took care of other people's kids and not take care of myself, which I learned a valuable lesson. So yeah, you can call me simple, whatever you want. But they didn't have the manosphere. They didn't have this Kevin Samuel stuff. They didn't have any of this information. And my dad didn't really talk about that kind of stuff, because what does he know? He's been married since he was 22. He doesn't know about running and chasing the streets, and he would live vicariously through me, kind of. He was like, it was like, wait till you're 35. Don't get married till you're 35. So I get to 35. He's like, man, you ain't married yet? I was like, no, you said wait till you're 35. I didn't think you were going to believe me. I was like, I have a question for you. At 35, would you get married? He said, hell no, I wouldn't have got married. He was like, exactly. Why you asked me that? He's like, everybody, hey, you got to do something. You can't just be running the streets, ripping and running. But what happens when you get to your old age? Who's going to take care of you? I said, and at the end, did my mom really take care of my dad? They argued and fought for the last 15 years before he passed. So it's kind of like, when men don't have, I wouldn't call it control, but the leadership position, and you're fighting and two people are fighting over who's in charge or who's doing what. I've seen the both ends. I've seen where men were abusive to the women, and I've seen it to where women were abusive to the men. More or less the man mentally to the man versus the woman. I mean, I've been around where kind of really don't know if I can talk about it, but I know of a situation that's a big headline thing, and I was close to it. Not in it, but I was close to it, where I saw something firsthand where you could see a relationship that you would model all your relationship by, but then behind closed doors, totally different scenario. The appearances on the outside versus the inside is totally different. And I think that's what's happening now. And a lot of the men, not just black men, I know white men that are going abroad. And see, now on the passport bros, one thing, just don't bring them back here. Have those kids over there. Don't bring them back over here. Because once they get Americanized and get into that system, these women will be like, oh, come here. So what the men are doing, they're just going out, keeping their citizenship, right? And then flying back and forth. And then, I think some places in Africa are giving dual citizenship once you spend enough money. And you make enough money here, and you could take it elsewhere, and it's worth more. Well, it was. I don't know now with the way Bitcoin and everything else is running, the American dollar is starting to lose its value. You know what I'm saying, with the inflation and what's going on with Trump and everything. And not that I care or anything. I'm not into politics, and I didn't pick a side, but I did vote. And you probably know which way I'm leaning if that's the case. Hey, it don't matter to me. I just want something to change, at the end of the day, now that we are here, she basically breaks down what y'all need to know. So let's take a listen, shall we?
Beautiful Lies, okay? And he gave me a timestamp to which I so graciously took time out to clip up for you all because I want to share it with you, all right? It says, and no, I didn't drop $500 on a super chat on your channel. Men would say I was simping for a married woman, so I would never do that. However, I probably did drop $100 as that's normal for me. And he's referencing what the guy brings up in this video. He was like, oh, I was actually over on Danica Marie's channel and I saw Theo drop $500 or $1,000, and I was like, wow. And then I read what he had to say and it was like, oh, it kind of piqued my interest. So he's just clarifying, like, no, first of all, men would clown me if I did some quote unquote drop $1,000 on a married woman. But yeah, I do support your content, so I may have given you $100 because that's typical. But yeah, he put a lot more sauce on it. But nonetheless, I want to thank you because it was from me showing you support that I was able to bring another Black man on and give him money and give him a lifestyle that so many women swear up and down these Black broke trash bag dusties will never have, don't strive for, so while y'all be over here hating on the damn support that I get, it actually is piquing the interest. Because here's the thing, see, a lot of y'all slow, y'all don't know that super chats are advertisement, super chats are marketing. Super chats are information. Now, do you have people who clown around and goof around and just want to show support or just want to highlight a comment? Yes. But at the end of the day, business-minded people understand that this is a way to showcase what I have going on. Maybe I'm a content creator. I know that if I put this in the super chat and it's a hefty super chat, I can get attention. It's a billboard. Y'all so slow, y'all don't understand that. So shout out to Theo sending in $100 that day because
this is a fact. I watch a lot of content creators and I watch their live. The lead attorney probably gets way more. He doesn't go on that much. He doesn't stream every day like some other guys do. And then what I found that he streams on important ones, but he streams it before he got before he got a little bit sick there. He was streaming once a week, or he was the only time he was really streaming was like the Young Thug stuff. But I would see his super chats, and I'm kid you not, $100, $200, $1,000. I mean, by the time you see a 4-hour a 4-hour live stream, he would have like $2,500 to $3,000 in one stream. You got people just spending tons of money, and then what do? I go and look and see what they're doing. Now, guess what I did? I went in and started subscribing to those people's channels and subscribing to other content creators that I didn't know anything about, because they would get shot out because you got to understand that's a tax write-off at that point. Especially there's the Fit Attorney. She drops all kinds of them. AV to the 7th Power. She's another one that used to be a co-host for the lead attorney. So, everybody thinks it's about because of the way these people look, and that's just like on the small end. But people like you said are effing slow, where you don't even know that this is about business. This is an opportunity to prove what your worth is. So as soon as I see someone who does a $50 super chat, they got to be doing something. So I check out their stuff, and then I look at their page, and yeah, there'll be some dudes in there that'll be simping. It is what it is. She's married, but just keeping the spot warm, as you would call it, just so she knows your name, and then the content creator shoots you out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not monetized yet, but I'm a mod on another one, Boxing Ego. I've been watching him for years, and I supported him because I stopped losing interest in boxing until I saw him, and he makes it interesting. So that's what I'm saying about these content creators. People are over here worried about, the way she look and she's thirst trapping dudes. Yeah, sure, but it's an outfit, right? It's the way that you look. Just like there's dudes that wear tank tops, like myself. I mean, I'm not in the best shape, but I ain't a tubby. I'm a big dude. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I get something's going to be attractive. You want to look good. You gotta, got nice teeth, got a nice smile. People are gonna resonate with you. They're gonna look at you different. So she's not lying when it comes to that. And that's one of the things. I'm not gonna show this whole live stream. I'm just showing the parts that she's going in on these. But I will link everything so you can check out her channel, because I think she really does a wonderful job explaining things. I mean, she's harsh, and if you don't like harsh, I mean, she's way harsher than, I would say, Kevin Samuels. She puts her foot in your neck. You know what I mean? These ladies, I can see why they don't like her.
By him sending in $100 that day to support his Little Big Sisters platform, he was able to put on another young black brother to where now he's earning $100,000 plus a fucking year. And that's something else that I want to highlight, because a lot of these chicks will swear up and down, ain't nobody on my platform but a bunch of broke dusties, a bunch of incels, a bunch of lames, goofies, whatever. No, these brothers are the men that y'all want.
Oh my God!
These are the men. The men over here, yeah, these the brothers that you really want on your team. Fuck that. You need to be on his team. These them. These are those. So again, you might want to take notice, pay attention, take notes, bitch. Because clearly I'm saying something and doing something right to have those type of brothers on my platform. Goof troops.
Oh my God!
But see,
goof troops. She said, I got that pick me energy. They pick me. She's like, y'all,
emotional damage.
Emotional damage or something. You know what I'm saying? Emotional damage.
See, this is why y'all also don't have solid, stand up, providing, protecting, leading, teaching black men that I know that y'all really want to be with. That's why y'all keeping up with them so much. What the black men doing? What they saying? Where they going? We don't care. Oh, you don't care, but this is why you don't have them, because you're too busy rejecting the truth, not doing the self-analysis and work, reflection. So no, they're not checking for you. But maybe, just maybe, if you damn listen. Thank you, Terenzo. I see y'all. Give me a second. Y'all got the salutes down in the comments for Terenzo. I appreciate it. But let's just get into it, y'all. Okay. Let me continue to read. It says, Law, right? So this is the brother that was able to be put on to earning $100.
Before we get started here, we're getting kind of long and lengthy because I kind of want to keep it within the 25 to 30 minute realm. But Danica breaks it down simply here so eloquently about how the super chats and how someone, I'm part of that same thing. I started watching somebody else too. I'm part of like I said, I'm part of the MT Army. I'm part of the Bruise Brothers on school. So those guys are now branching out, and now they're starting to lift other men up, and that's what black men are starting to do, because now they see, okay, we can't get a leg up anywhere else, right? We can't do certain things unless we got our men up, because if you get more men on the same page, then we can progress and go forward as men. And see, what I think is these women have the leadership ability because of schooling, but they also get an easier path than men. Like, they're allowed to live off the state. If men got the same handout as black women, right, we wouldn't want to either. Think about this. If you didn't get that support, the financial support from the government, a lot of you women would have to be with men. So that's the reason why you see these women with 6 or 7, 8 kids, and they're spacing them out just perfectly so they can get a check from the state. If Trump takes that all away, y'all ladies are in trouble. And then you're getting on the internet and not reporting your wages. Okay, keep doing it. See what happens. I hope y'all get hit with tax evasion.
$175,000 a year from seeing Theo drop $100 in the chat and pretty much bringing awareness to his business and what he's offering to black men to help them to build wealth and get money and so on and so forth. It says Law, that's the name of the brother, is 6'2", muscular, no kids, 32 years old, no debt, unmarried, and a black man.
Oh my God!
He also refuses to date any Western women, in particular, not Black American black women. He's a passport bro. Show this to your friends. The men are leaving. Law isn't my first student at this level, and he's not my last.
Emotional damage.
I want y'all to really pay very close attention to what's at play here. It's so many different levels to this conversation that I need to highlight, and I'm going to highlight. And I don't have a lot of time, so I got to get ready to go in a minute. Okay. But I just really want to put this out there that I did do my damnness to try to warn y'all about what was at play, about the type of men that y'all could have access to, so on and so forth. Again, these are the type of brothers that's rocking with my platform, that's supporting their little big sis. These ain't no pookies, bottom of the barrel, dirty dick Derricks. No, these are stand up, solid men, masculine men, wise, intelligent, about my bag men. These are the husband types over here, baby girl. Now, we may goof around and joke around and clown around, but at the end of the day, we about our business. So while y'all are over here rallying around all of these sprinkle lads, all of these damn madams, all these damn black men haters, coochie lickers, praising.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What did she say? She said coochie eats horse. Are you kidding me? Bravo. Bravo. She said coochie eater. That's what it is. You know, single women keep women single. But the funny thing is, those single women, 9 times out of 10, and they don't like a man for whatever reason, because they all chose to bear. And they want you to be bearish too. They're trying to say we control the market, we control the coochie. The problem is, ladies, the problem is there's more women than there are men. Think about that. Supply and demand. A good man, and I'm going to leave you with this, because I want you to watch the show. I'm not trying to steal her whole show. I want you to just listen to what Kendra G said. And I'm paraphrasing. So, Kendra G was talking on a panel, and she was saying that there are only a limited supply of the men that fall within the over 6 foot, make over $100,000. Now, if that's in California, it has to be $200,000 if you're trying to live comfortably. Or just big cities. Big cities over 100, 150. Okay, so you're looking at 6 foot, 150, well endowed, and treats you like a queen. All 4 of those, limited supply. She said there was like 3,000 women that are trying, and she didn't even break down. You know Kendra G, if you ever watch this show, you know what they look like. Not all of them are fine. There's a few of them that are. So, and there's going to be only a few pick-me's out of that 3,000. And the rest of y'all going to be suffering. Because you think about it. There's like 15 to 20 men she was talking about to 3,000. What's the odds on that? 200 to 1? So you got to figure there's 200 women to 1 dude. And then you ain't acting right. And then the next one will, right? And then you're saying, okay, yeah, but I got the same kind of stuff in my DMs. And those are all the Pookies and the Ray Rays that can't get a good female. And then you give out your uterus to him. He puts babies in it. And then you don't expect a man to come over here and be like, hey, I want to treat you like a queen, even though Pookie and Ray Ray didn't want to treat you like one. That doesn't make sense. You look at any royalty in history, their name meant more. They're like, we call that a brand, but their family crest, their name, their recognition, they can't. The men can run around and be a loosey goosey. Well, a female, she could, but it's privately held. She keeps that very quiet. A lot of y'all women are good at that, but you don't see them having babies out of wedlock. You don't see royalty having women of status, royalty status. You don't see them women having babies out of wedlock. And you want to be treated like a queen and never been married and have Pookie and Ray Ray kids. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. So I'm going to leave you with this tidbit. Kevin Samuel said, winter is coming. And like my boy Brandon Jamal states, winter is here. Until next time, this is your boy K-Ball. The Podcast. And I'm out.